Why is it alive? So what's his name? Kone.
Kone. Cleansing. Just cleansing.
Two screen cast.
Okay. No, it's not on the
Alive.
Okay, we're sorry for that break in transmission. We had a lot of network challenges, and but we're back now. Hello? Hello, is it better now?
Hello, I can hear you.
Yeah, but
it's better.
It's better
a
now.
lot better.
Yeah, thanks. Because we have to move away from
a lot better.
Yeah. Thank you. We're talking about
I appreciate you applying.
Yeah. No problem. We're talking about new look compared to when you're on faith. This one, you're a complete gentleman. Quite different, away from what you used to be, the Babalawo type. Hello?
I know. It's a sharp contrast.
Yeah.
But that's filmmaking for you.
Okay.
So when I'm offset, yes, I need to look good. Usually, at times, I play a man of 90. Depending on my character, and as a priest, usually the makeup artist will do his or her work.
Yeah.
He or she will aid you if need be.
What actually happened? Yeah.
Okay. I was straight to the point. On the fateful day, that was the 27th of July.
Because we're good.
2022.
Yeah. Okay.
I finished from a set.
Hello?
Are you getting me?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you properly.
I said it happened.
Hello?
Okay. On the very day it happened.
Yeah.
On the very day of the ugly event, which was 27th of July 2022.
Okay.
I finished from where I was recording, somewhere in Enugu State, precisely Ishi Ozala in Nkanu East.
Okay.
So I finished from set around some minutes past 7 p.m. It was already dark.
Yeah.
Nightfall has come. So I tried to hurry home. So in my bid to hurry home, I saw a colleague of mine, a co-veteran actress, who was already inside her car, her Jeep, about to leave.
Yeah.
And I requested for a ride. So when I joined her, we moved towards Enugu, where I'm staying. We entered the Port Harcourt Enugu Express Road. around Four Corner area. You know where they call Four Corner in Enugu?
Okay.
Around Four Corner. And that we joined the Port Harcourt Expressway on our way going home. We never expected in the least that such ugly incident will befall us. The woman was just driving leisurely home. So at a point, we felt we have missed.
Okay.
We stopped from people. So there was this stationary commercial bus that was trying to pick passenger, and we asked, this shuttle bus, shuttle, commercial bus, shuttle. We from the driver, and the driver confirmed to us that we have actually lost our bearing, we missed our way because it was night, and we were not very conversant with the area. So we had to retrace our step, we had to reverse. So when she reversed, as they directed us, as the driver has directed, we were trying to trace our step back so that we can be on course again. So little did we know that some people somewhere, I don't know if they parked, I don't know if they saw us from afar, but the next thing I noticed was, remember, I'm not the one driving. I was not the one driving. The woman was driving in her Jeep. So the next thing I noticed was that a vehicle, a smaller car, was coming closer and closer to our own car, too close for comfort, for that matter. So because I saw them through the rear mirror, the side rear mirror. I noticed. So the vehicle was trying to overtake us diagonally, and at the very wrong side. So I was like, who could? The next thing was them entering our front. And you can imagine what happened. Our own car now hit theirs, because they went in our front, and our own car now hit their own. Okay. They jumped down. I never knew, because in my widest imagination, I never, for any reason, imagined that I was one day be a victim of such. So I thought that we are just these area boys or these Agboros, the people maybe that we are thinking to chance us or chance us by telling us that we have driven wrongly or something. The next thing, they jumped down. I saw a gang of four of them. Yes. They asked the woman, so they called her name, Cynthia Kereke. So you get liver jam in their own language. So you get liver jam. I said, sorry, and I said, sorry. They said, shut up. No, don't tell us sorry. You get liver jam, just pretending I was in that, it was a collusion, or kind of. But they had their game plan. So the woman was saying, sorry. They said, come out. I was glued to my seat, because if you make mistake, if you don't listen to instructions very well, anything can happen. So I said, they said, not matter of being sorry. They dragged the woman out of the car. They dragged her out of the car, taking her to the back of the Jeep. Yeah. Okay? So me, I opened my door. My right leg was down. The next thing I had, by my own side was gunshot. The guy, one of them, who is supposed to be their leader, boss, released some shots, maybe to warn oncoming vehicle from approaching, So by this point, everywhere was deserted and no vehicle was coming on. So they now had a field day. They had a field day. That was the time I realized that we are in for the raw deal.
Yeah.
Okay? So they sandwiched the woman at the back of the vehicle, with myself still at the front. Two armed guys sandwiched the woman at the back, sandwiched as in one by the left and the other one by the extreme right. So me at the front, they say, okay, bend down, bend your head down, keep your face down. They started knocking, hitting me at the back of my neck, like 1, 2, 3 times. I said, bros, my face is already down. Why are you still, shut up, bend down? I said, yes, sir.
Oh, wow.
But, so before you know it, our eyes were tied with our face down. And that was it. And that was before the last I saw the color of the blues or the color of the sky, actually before they tied my eyes. That was the last I saw the color of the blues or the sky. So the next thing, one of them actually has taken over the driver's side of the Jeep with me at the passenger side. And they drove off. They drove off. From what I can imagine, though my eyes were tied, but I never imagined that they reversed. So they moved on that same direction, facing maybe Paracord or whatever. So they were speeding. They were speeding, actually. The guy was speeding. So then I summoned some courage in my mind and started saying some, silent prayers. Oh Lord, the Lord is my shepherd. The Lord is my shepherd. I was saying this to myself, and the Lord is our shepherd. So we were going on the road. From the ambience, I knew that we are still on the major road, okay? At least you know when you are getting city ambience or the hustle and city. So after we've driven for like 20 minutes, maybe 20 minutes by my own imagination or approximation, I could notice that our car has veered off the major road. Yes, they diverted. I could not see, but by my own imagination, they turned off, they veered off the major road. So when we entered this very road, they dovetailed into, the ambience naturally will change. So I was getting, forest ambience. And also I know that maybe we are going on a path, a forest path. The ambience became that of nocturnal sounds of the birds or crickets and other animals. So we went, like that with our face being forced down intermittently, They'll hit you at the back of the neck. Put your face down. You know, I said, my face is already down. Who am I to raise my head? So I said, my face is down. So that was it. They kept driving until after a while, the vehicle grounded, came to a halt. Hey, Ben, if you were me, bros, if you were me, I wonder what you say in your mind. So the next thing, the side door of my car, the car opened. He said, come out. I said, and they were being careful not to shout. Remember, the eyes were tied, my own and the woman's own. So they were guiding us. Because you don't know where to put leg. You don't know the terrain. You don't know where you are. But I know it was a very rough terrain. So you can see the ups and down, you know. They were trying to put your leg here. They will tell you, put your leg here. You drop your leg, you bring the right one. So after a while, we now got to a place. I don't know, I cannot see. It was pitch dark.
Yeah,
Remember, it was dark. It was dark. And at dark, and at the same time, our eyes tied. So it's pitch darkness. Yeah. Okay? So morbid darkness, if you like. Because when your eyes are open and it's dark, you can still imagine some glimmer of light. But this time, tied with something that's opaque, something that's not transparent. So when your eyes are tied with something that's opaque, you can hardly see. So they continued to guide us, and we climbed. But to me, looked like maybe stepping up, kind of, I don't know. So the next thing I noticed is that we are up on a kind of platform, you know, elevated platform. Before long, the door opened and we are pushed in.
Yeah.
Okay? We are pushed in. And when we got in, yeah, we got in and they forced us down, sit down. You know, in my bid to sit down, my back bounced on a wooden door, and they quickly moved me out of that position. So I sat down. My bum, having touched the floor, I noticed that it's a hard floor, a cemented floor, cemented. To me, I felt with my hands a hard floor. Then where I rested my back was, to me, a brick wall. Yeah, that was it. And the ordeal continued. The ordeal continued. Yeah. That was it. At this point, remember, they've collected our phones. There will be disposals of our phones. They have switched off so that the suspense will be heavier on our nations of people. Yeah. Okay? So we're there, not knowing what to do next. The only thing I must have to say is that when they flashed their lighter, it reflected on our face. So that the flash of the lighter was to light their weed, and the smell of weed rented the whole room. Because from what I could imagine, it's a room environment, and that was our luck. I think we are inside a shelter. Okay, so that was it. They now left us, maybe went outside. I noticed padlock being, the door being padlocked, and we're there. So, not knowing what to do, you don't talk. Who are you to talk? We're there. Occasionally, they will open and check and go, keeping guard, maybe keeping guard at the front of the door. We were like this a whole night. I never laid down. I did not lie the whole night long. I did not lie down. My co-victim was on the same room, in the same room, at the other extreme of the room.
Yeah.
Okay? From what I imagine, it was a very wide, spacious room.
Okay.
Okay? Then that was it. A whole night passed, no water, no food, no nothing. The second day. What made me realize or knew or notice that the day that it was daybreak, it reflected. With my eyes, it reflected their light, okay, somehow in the room, okay. So that was it. The second day, we were with them. Okay, the night before the daybreak, they came in, and maybe, I think, on their own side, from what I could imagine, from what I'm hearing, it looked like they looked like there were three on their own side of the same room. You know, they were opening and going out and lighting and smoking and all whatnot. So that was second day. No food, no water. For somebody who could have some health challenges, who may have been having some health challenges. The people you brought, you don't know their health status. You don't know whether they've just been discharged from hospital a day or two back. You don't know who is having BP. You don't know who is having ulcer. You don't know who is having diabetes. You just retained us in that solitary condition. In that place, is subhuman condition. Subhuman condition, so to speak. Yes, it's subhuman. So we're there, like joke. The third day, una no one go. Now so they ask us, una no one go. Okay. The very person that's supposed to be the Oga, you know, maybe come and ask this question. I don't know. You people don't want to go. Before you know it, the gun is cocked. So my brother or brothers, I saw death looking at me in the face, glaringly staring at me in the face. Because somebody who has cocked gun, you know, do you know what he wants to do next? So cocked gun was looking at me glaringly in the face, or looking at us glaringly in the face. You can imagine. You can imagine our trauma. It's traumatic because you don't know what will happen next. You can't cry, you can't settle, you can't do anything. So I want to summarize. So, well, we were there. Who do you want to call? Who do you have? And all whatnot. I said, I don't know who to call. I just feel from a set. You don't know who to call. You should know who to call. We're not joking. They were saying all manner of things to instill fear into us. A few people are not fast enough. We'll tell you something. We have the people who will just quickly come and we hand them over for the parts. This is a human being they're talking to. That if we waste time, they will invite these malams. They will come and pay them the dollars and pieces their own body, not mine, and sell the parts, and they'll get their dollars. So that was the deal. That was the deal. We gave some number. We gave them the number of the producer of the job, the executive producer of the job. Okay. And before now, they have stripped us of everything on us. Not nakeding us. They didn't naked us. Okay. They didn't naked us, but collected the money in my pocket.
Yeah.
Okay. Collected the whole money in my pocket, but I never anticipated that. And perhaps every money on the woman they collected. Thank God I didn't have this watch with me. They would have collected it. Yeah. Okay. But I was having having my bead, and normally this chaplet. I'm an ardent Catholic. I'm an ardent Catholic. I'm an ardent Catholic with impeccable orthodoxy. Okay. I want to say this. Yeah. I'm an ardent Catholic. So the rosary is always with me, like I'm having one now. So that very day, one was hanging on my neck. Okay. I sleep with it. Anytime I wake up, I fiddle with it. I say my rosary, the March or Divine Mercy. So, but the trauma, our trauma increased because they felt that they don't know the species of people, the kind of people we are. That we are not the first victim, we are not the second victims, we are not the third. That we were likely to be the fourth victims. So why should our own give them problem? They said they are being tracked by police. That everywhere is getting hot for them. I said, we don't know. They said that our people are tracking them instead of looking for money. They made one promise that the moment the police comes close to them, they will have no other option than to shoot. So we are at their mercy. And when their panic escalates, when their anger increases, it rubs off on us. It rubs off on us. Yes. Yes. Remember, at this time, I've actually told my system, I talked to my system, I said, listen system, listen system, this place we are, I can't imagine myself, requesting for any urinary, so to speak, or to poo-poo, or to toilet. Where would you do that? Inside the room? Because they will not let you out. They will never bring you out. Maybe they are afraid of some other people who will see them. I don't know the arrangement. So, and moreover, if you want to poo or toilet, what do you have in your tummy that you want to bring out? Yes. 4th day, 5th day, 6th day, 7th day. And they said, you people might believe you. They said we might believe you. But I tell you something at this point. Every sickness, anything you have, new one developed, the old one, everything, backache, neck ache, all over you, abdominal pains. Can you imagine? Because you are static. You are just one place. Yeah. Like that. Sedentary life. Yeah. You sit down, the bones became numb. My bum became numb, became insensitive. You can't say, I can't feel anything there again. The legs, the same thing, because the bloods are not flowing. You squat. I sat for the first 2-3 days. Was the 4th day I decided to stretch my legs. It was on a bare floor. What a rotting, what a way of life. Subhuman living, primitive life. In a jungle, in a deserted enclave, in a ghost enclave, a deserted enclave, in a very bizarre jungle. My God. Our affliction will never repeat a second time. Yes. Yes. So, and the seventh day came, and they gave us hope that we might be living. That we might be living, you know. That we might be living. You know that we are talking with those people we gave our numbers now. Okay? Yeah. They were talking with them. I wouldn't know, actually, I wouldn't say, I'm not aware of any money or ransom. I'm not personally aware of any money being given to them. I don't know up to this point. But there were a lot of threats. I will shoot, we'll fire, we do this, we do that. Then I'll tell you something. At that point, I got fed up. I said, rather than torture me the way we were not manhandled. Okay? The glory of God enveloped us. Okay? We are not physically malhandled. Okay? But then you can imagine the agonizing condition, the harrowing experience of being there this number of days. Not seeing your loved ones, not doing your normal routine work, not making any move. So we kept calm because when they gave us that glimmer of hope, that hope, we decide to, you know. But somehow, one or two times they tried to give us something. They brought us, what do you call it? Lucozade boost. 1 or 2 times in the 8 days with one of we never had any choice. So for us to, I've already told my system to be careful. I asked my system to adjust. System, get acclimatized. We're in for this raw deal. And my system obeyed me. So the urine wasn't disturbing me much. No, nothing like, I wasn't pressed much. Okay? But then, having been there, you don't wash your face, don't wash your mouth, you don't brush, you don't do nothing. I don't wish my worst enemy this, honestly. It's not a place to be. We saw hell. Yes, but my happiness is that at the end of the day, everything ended in praise to the glory of God, to the greater glory of God. Because the 8th day, by night again, they came.
Yeah.
Okay? After they were with us all day, they will only go out, do 1 or 2 things, keep guard at the entrance with the door locked. When they open, said it's time to leave. I tell you, my brother, I started praising God in my mind. Because some people, when they tell you it's time to leave, it's time to shoot you. I might say, go. You are going. They'll just, I'll tell this one, I'm wrong. They fire. But I said, they tied our eyes back. I mean, we returned our blindfold. Then it was night. They waited for nightfall. It was in the night. And, you know, from the beginning, we are smuggled in. Like SBIT, like contrabands. Now that they say we are leaving, they're smuggled us out with our eyes tied. They guided us to the vehicle, to their own vehicle, to their own car, that car they used to hit us. And, you know, until we entered. Okay? And they said the Jeep, which we are driving in, has been left somewhere close where police will pick it. And true, police retrieved the Jeep. Okay? Yes. And kept in their custody. Yes, we were giving that information. So the night we are leaving, we decided going. We are not seeing now. Our face bent, face down. They said they kept driving. We don't know the route. We don't know the left. We don't know the right. Ambience return. Okay, ambience return of night ambience. All right. Yeah. Until we got to, until I felt we have joined the road again. Ambience changed. The hustle and bustle of city came a little. Okay, I could imagine. So they took us to a point after some minutes, dropped us, and decided to give us. They gave me paper and said, take this for your transport. They gave the woman, take this for your transport. I don't know whether it was an ordinary paper. Until they left, our eyes were still tied. It was when they left that we could open our. They told us, look, where you are is close to this major road. You can hear vehicle noise. Just move straight to the major road. Tell them where you are going to. You see buses passing. That was it. That was it. So when I looked at the thing, at the paper in my hand, it was ordinary token 500 naira. But you collected all the money on me. Every money I had, you collected. You gave me ordinary 500 naira to go home with. And it was already getting late. That was the deal. My brother, my people, I saw hell. I saw it all. Yes.
So we thank God that you came back alive. That's important. Yeah.
That is the greatest. That's the greatest thing that could happen to anybody. Many went and they never returned.
But the point is that
Yes.
when you came back, they rushed people to hospital. Yeah, in Enugu, I know where. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I know where. Listen, when we came back, when I got to my house, I managed, because you are no longer yourself. I was no longer myself. When I managed to find my way to my house, knocked on my gate. My wife was almost not living again. Never imagined that it could be me. So when they saw me, it was like seeing a ghost. Oh, it's the Dio, it's the Dio, it's the Dio. They rushed me, lifted me. And the bigger boys were at home, carried me in, lifted me, carried me in, because it was night. In the morning, we were rushed to the hospital. I was rushed to the hospital. The woman has gone to her own place. Now I'm in my own place.
Yeah.
Okay? Yes, we went our ways. When we got to a place we know now, she now took Keke that's going to her direction. I did same. So my body was overhauled. My body never was my body again. You can see a very big difference from normal living to abnormal living. Okay, from normal human living to primitive living. So, I don't know. I was rushed to hospital in the morning, the next morning, to the doctor. Yeah. So I was with the doctor. My own people came, the guild. Yeah. The guild, they asked, they came, because I belong to Atos Guild of Nigeria. Okay? I was once the national secretary of this noble guild in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Okay? Yes, under Zakoji as the national president. I was the executive national secretary. Yes. So I'm a guild person, and I have occupied some positions in the guild school in the past. So they took us to the first. They took me to the first hospital. Okay, somebody came and took me in his car to the first hospital. The doctor now checked me out. They took all the vital signs, the heart region, everything was examined, and the doctor prescribed. And it was I don't know. A professional doctor handled me for another 4 days on the hospital bed. Yes, that was it. Yes.
Now, how has it been? How has it been? Are you okay now? Or is there anything that people can do for you? Your fans are listening to you all over the world, and they just want to see how they can come in and help you out.
Oh, I must thank my fans first of all. I never knew that I'm so loved. I had been inundated with calls since I came home. I had been inundated with calls since I came home, but I was not the one answering. My wife will pick, because the doctor actually said that he wants to take me, keep me under observation. So, but a lot of people called from all over the world. People were calling from America. People were calling from Nigeria, from Asia, from Europe. People called me. So I never knew my fan base was this much. So for me to have gone through this hell, I think I need rehabilitation. The started money I've spent the last I had, and I'm still going for checkup. Okay,
yeah.
I'm convalescent. I thank God I'm good, but for them to have kept me for those number of days, the ulcer, the ulcer now started in a very terrible dimension. Okay, so I need whoever he pleases to come with any financial aid. It will be appreciated. I've heard from people their kind words, their sentiments. I appreciate. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Many too. People are good. People are good. So people are good, and I don't mind if they are.
Yeah, Chief Prince, we have to stop here because our battery is almost going off. Your fans have heard you. We'll see what we can do to support you financially. All at the end of everything, you need a rehabilitation. You need people to come to your aid to help you to be able to pay your hospital bills and all whatever. That your fans have heard you all over the world. They will get back to you in as much as we're going to post this video to the world to see and hear your story and see how they can come in to help you out. Thank you very much for being part of us. The account number is
Do I need to mention my account number?
Yeah, you can mention it. Mention your account number.
Do I need?
Just take it easy. Mention it.
Okay.
Just verify
the account name. The account name is Clemson Cornell Nonyelo. The account number is 238
What?
8922.
Take it again.
238
Call it again.
922 Zenith Bank.
No, take it again because it's not clear. They can't get it correctly.
Okay, I said the account name. Account name is Clemson Cornell Nonyelo. Account number is 238
Okay.
929 8922. Zenith
Bank.
Zenith Bank.
Zenith Bank. Okay.
Yeah, Zenith.
Zenith Bank.
Zenith
Thank you
Bank.
very much. You hear for your fans. They have heard your story, and they have your account number now. They will reach to you. They will reach you anyone from all over the world. Those people that want to help you, who have had him, if you are ready to help him, let's just come to help one of us. He's back. We thank God he came back alive, and shared his story with us. Whatever we can use to bless him, please let's do so. Thank you very much for being our guest today. We are happy. Thank you very much. And we come back.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you. Thank you. My pleasure. Keep it up, Vanguard. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
I appreciate.
Thank you.
Cheers.